Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning. Hey, welcome back to the Socialette podcast. This is episode 53. Before we get stuck in, have you registered for my free Facebook ads live training on Tuesday, 28th of August yet? In the webinar, I'll be sharing 5 simple steps to fast track your Facebook ad success and how you can avoid the common traps that waste your money. I'll be holding a live Q&A at the end, so make sure you save up all your burning Facebook ads questions for me. It's on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you register at stephtaylor.co/webinar because places are limited and you won't be able to get into the room unless you're registered. All right, on to lookalike audiences. What is a lookalike audience? Well, a lookalike audience is an audience that Facebook can create for you with people who have similar traits to those who are in a custom audience of yours. So essentially, you can create lookalike audiences of people in your email list, people who visited your website, people who are in any of the retargeting audiences I looked at last episode. And basically, when you create a lookalike audience, you select a country you'd like Facebook to find these people from, and you select a percentage. How it works is, for example, if you chose Australia and 1%, Facebook would build an audience for you with the 1% of total Australians who are on Facebook who are most similar to your custom audience that you uploaded. All you need in order to create a lookalike audience is 100 people in the custom audience that are based in the same country. But the thing here is that it doesn't need to be the same country as the audience that you're building. So, for example, I could upload a list of over 100 New Zealanders and ask it to build a lookalike audience of Australians. That said, when would you use a lookalike audience? Well, maybe you have a customer database and you'd like to upload this to create a lookalike audience of more people who are just like those customers in your country, or even maybe in a different country. Maybe you have a list of leads and you'd like to find more people who are just like your leads so that you can keep growing your email list with the same sort of people. Are all lookalike audiences made equal? No, they're not, okay? So a lookalike audience from your customer database is likely going to be a much higher quality audience than a lookalike of people who like your Facebook page or who have interacted with your Instagram profile. As with most things to do with Facebook ads, the best way to learn which lookalikes are the best for your business is to just simply test them, okay? Test, and then measure and repeat. One common mistake here is that people often treat lookalike audiences as warm or hot audiences, but they actually are still cold audiences. Most of the people in your lookalike audience won't have ever heard of your brand before, so make sure you treat them as such. A trick that I often use is to layer my lookalike audiences. So, for example, I might create a broad lookalike audience of around 2 or 3%. And then when I go to set up my ad set, I might narrow down the targeting by adding a few interests or a few demographics that the person must match. This might decrease the audience size. Actually, it will pretty much always decrease the audience size, but it'll usually improve your targeting and your cost per result. That's it for this nice, short, sweet episode. Remember to register for my free live training on Tuesday night. Head to stephtaylor.co/webinar to do so. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any of next week's episodes. They're going to be gold. I'll be looking at some of the common mistakes that people make with their Facebook ads, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And if you're enjoying this podcast, I'd love it if you could please leave a rating and a review in iTunes or Apple Podcasts. Thanks so much. See you next time.